children. Well, I'm going to tell you a story today called The Three Little Pigs. Three little pigs lived with their mother in quite a large house. But as they got older, they decided they would leave home and build their own houses. So one day they decided to pack their bags and leave their mother behind. They had to say some tearful goodbyes. Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye, Mother. And they waved as they walked along the road. As they went through the village, they decided that they would each build their own house. So they were looking for good building material as they walked along the road. They hadn't gone far when the first little pig saw some straw or some grass on the side of the road. A man was cutting it for his cows. The first little pig said, "Aha! That looks good material for building a house. I'll soon build a house with that." So he went over to the man and asked him, could he buy just a few bundles of grass? The man soon sold him some grass and pointed to the corner of the field and said, "You can build your house there if you wish." And so the first little pig said goodbye to his brothers and started to build his house. And very soon he quickly built the house of his grass. He was just settling into his new house when along the road came a wicked wolf. I smell pig. That will be a nice meal. I think the pig is living in that little grass house there. So the wolf went up to the door and knocked. "Little pig, may I come in?" "No, no, by the hair of my little chin, you cannot come in," said the little pig, who was very frightened. The wolf was very angry, and he said, "If you won't let me come in, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And with that, the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down, and the little pig was standing in the middle of the house, so frightened. And the wolf picked him up and, what a lovely meal. At the same time, the two brothers who had left the first little pig were walking along the road. And the second little pig was looking for good building material. And he saw a man on the side of the road stacking up wood for burning. There were bundles of wood like this, and he was stacking them on the side of the road. That would make very good building material, thought the second little pig. So he went over to the man and said, "Would you mind selling me just a little bit of that wood?" "Certainly," said the man. And he soon sold several bundles of wood to the second little pig. So the second little pig carried the wood to the side of the road and he said goodbye to his brother. He started to build the house, and it was quite strong. And he soon built a very, very nice, comfortable house. And he closed the door and settled down inside the house. Of course, the wolf was coming along the road. The same wolf that ate the first little pig. "I smell another pig," he said. And he looked over and he saw the wooden house. He went up to the house and he knocked on the door. little pig, may I come in?" he said. "No, no, by the hair on my little chin, you cannot come in," said the little pig, who was very frightened. "If you don't let me come in," said the wolf, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And with that, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. And there the little pig was standing in the middle of the house with no house around him. And the wolf came and grabbed the little pig and gobbled him up. What a lovely pig that tastes. As he finally ate the leg. Meanwhile, the third little pig was walking along the road, still looking for something to build his house with. He saw a man stacking some bricks. "Well, now that is what I want to build my house with," he said. That is just the thing." So he went over to the man and said, "May I buy some of your bricks to build a house with?" The man soon sold him some bricks, and the little third pig took the bricks and started to build his house. Oh, so strong. And it was getting quite dark by the time he finished his house. But when he had finished, he had a very, very strong house. He went inside and started to make himself a nice cup of tea. When, I think you know, along came the wolf, who couldn't believe that he could smell another pig. "I've had a good day. I've had pig after pig, and now I'm going to finish the day with another pig." He went up to the house built of brick, and he knocked on the door. little pig, may I come in?" "No, no. By the hair on my little chin, you cannot come in," said the third little pig, who was feeling good about the whole thing because he felt his house was strong. Said the wolf. "I'll soon huff and puff and blow your house down," he said. And so the wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed, and he couldn't blow the house down. He was very angry. "I'll get you, you horrible little pig," he said. "I'm going to fetch a ladder, and I'll soon climb up on your roof, and I'll climb across your roof, and I'll come down your chimney and eat you up." So the wolf went away, and the third little pig hearing that the wolf was going to come down the chimney, he had a big pot, boiling water. So he put on more sticks and boiled up the water. Boil, boil, boil. Very hot indeed. Meanwhile, the wolf came back with a ladder and put the ladder up against the roof and climbed slowly up. The little pig inside could hear him climbing up the ladder. Across the roof he went. The little pig heard him crossing the roof and then coming down the chimney, slowly, slowly, when the wolf fell into the boiling water and was killed immediately. The third little pig did not worry, but he lived very, very happily in his nice brick house for a very long time. Well, that's our story for today, children. I hope you've enjoyed it. And it just leaves me to say goodbye, children, everywhere. Hello again, children. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story of the three little pigs and them building their houses. Well, children, I think the pigs think I'm the wolf. Look how nervous they are. They're running about all over the place and they've gone in their sty, hiding. For pigs, we normally call their home a sty, a pigsty. The male pig, which is called a boar, and the female pig, the lady pig, she is called a sow. And the little pigs are called piglets. Have a look at the pigs now. These in Mauritius are called cochons marrons. Now, the pigs, when they're frightened, they make the noise. I don't know if we can get them to do that. Pigs, would you like to say hello to the children by saying... While they're eating, you can actually see their mouths, which with a pig we call a snout. Do you see that snout? Snout. It's the jaw of the pig. Well, children, you will remember that the second little pig made his house out of wood. So I thought I would bring you to a house made of wood. Here it is. Let us see who lives inside. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour les enfants. Vous êtes
Lovely.
bien? Ça va?
So the monsieur is greeting you. Thank you, monsieur.
Okay.
The moral of this story is when you're building a house, build it properly. Build it like this one has been built, of stone. Don't build it of straw, where the wolf blew it away. Don't build it of wood, where the wolf blew it away again. Make it solid. Good foundations. And remember, in your life, with your education, build good foundations. Goodbye, children.